Okay, so I've met 2 more Sobos. This has just been an awesome day for that. And what is your trail name?
I'm Field Trip.
Field Trip.
Yep.
Okay, and you're from?
New York.
New York. And you started?
June 14th.
June 14th from Katahdin.
Yep.
And you're going to finish today?
No, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and catch sunrise on Springer.
That's going to be an awesome experience. And so what are you going back to after you finish this hike?
Going back to the same job I left. I'm on a leave of absence for 6 months. I'm a software engineer. They were generous enough to let me take 6 months off to do this. And
that's
get
incredible.
right back into the same job. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. And you said your dad is going to hike the long trail next year?
He is. He came out and did 2 weeks in Virginia with me this year and got the through hiking bug. So I think he's going to do the long trail probably in June next year. And hopefully I'll get to go do some of it with him.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
And how old is your dad?
He's 58.
58. Good for him.
And his first backpacking trip was last year with me. So
right.
He's picking it up and starting to get really into it, which has been fun to share with him.
So have you been a solo hiker for most of the trip, or?
Most of it, yeah.
Most of it.
And not with different groups. Met tons and tons of people, but mostly hiked on my own.
Right. And what advice do you have for people that are planning?
Figure out what makes you happy, what gets you excited. And for me, it's like all the little viewpoints and side trails and getting up and doing a sunset or a sunrise on a mountaintop and finding those moments of like magic and beauty along the trail. It isn't that for everybody. Sometimes it's getting a warm shower and a cozy bed. But figuring out what takes it from like, what makes you not miserable, what makes it like fun to keep doing it.
And did you have lots of miserable days?
Honestly, no. I had a lot of uncomfortable days, but not a lot of misery, I would say.
Well, good. Well, good. Well, thank you for letting me interview you.
Of course.
Okay, and what's your trail name?
I'm Heat Lightning.
Heat Lightning?
Yep.
That is, and how did that name come about?
So when I started, I had 2 pairs of socks. One had flames on them, the other had lightning. So heat plus lightning. Heat Lightning.
Very good. That's awesome. And how old are you?
I'm 22. I just graduated from college in spring.
With a degree in?
Environmental science and geology.
Well, that's awesome. And did you start from Maine as well?
I did. I started from Katahdin on May 27th. The first day Katahdin was open, so I started in Monson as I was tag number 1.
Tag number 1? Wow.
Yep.
What tag are you?
They didn't tell me. They didn't give me a number.
Oh, do you have a tag?
I do, yeah, but it's they just don't number them for the Sobos normally. I imagine it just told you because you were the first one coming through.
Wow. Well, that's something. And what job are you going back to?
So similar to her, I also got a 6-month leave of absence.
That's incredible.
But it's also because the job I work in is accounting, so it's like our busy season is like winter/spring.
Right.
So it's good for if I want to do Sobo through hikes.
Right.
But it's also something where it's like other ones in the future.
Right.
Probably be Sobo or flip-flops.
Well, the Sobos I met earlier today, they don't have jobs to go back to, so, and they all have degrees, and one is in a master's in physics, the other one has a master's in teaching, and the other one is a meteorologist, and none of them have a job to go back to. They did it in 5.5 months, and they said they couldn't do it any longer because they had to get back and earn some money. Yeah. So, okay, well, thank you so much for agreeing to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
I also have some words of advice.
I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you that. Thank you.
So 2 things. First of all, make sure you stretch.
Okay.
On a decently consistent basis.
And because?
It helps your performance day in, day out. It avoids also those small, tiny injuries from becoming those gnarly overuse ones like the stress fractures, the plantar fasciitis type stuff. So,
do you both have rology balls?
I started out with one, and I sent it home a couple weeks ago because I didn't think I would need it, and then immediately had a hip issue that needed a ball to roll out.
Okay, so you wish you'd kept it?
I wish I'd kept it.
And the other one is to go do those side quests, those blue blazes, those things that seem cool in towns. If you're under budget, spend that money to just do something cool.
Okay.
Because you might not be back there for a long time if you ever do.
That's really good advice. That is really good advice, and so was yours. Sorry I forgot to ask you that, but thank you for piping up and saying something.
You're welcome.
Okay, anything else?
No.
All right, thank you. So